Singapore is one of the major global hubs in the world today. Many recognize Singapore as a shopping heaven because of the plethora of both international and local brands available here. In 2014, Singaporeans spent a total of approximately 2.6 billion Singapore dollar on fashion in general. The fashion industry is currently one of the most lucrative industries in the world, showing few signs of slowing down, especially in Asia, where consumer spending continues on an upward trend. With such rapid growth, the fashion industry seems to be unstoppable. But is the future of this industry sustainable? Green brands are brands which consumers associate with environmental conservation and sustainable business practices, whereby companies have to manage their financial, social, and environmental risks, as well as their obligations and opportunities. Associate Professor Angela Liu from the School of Social Sciences at Singapore Management University defined the role of environmentally conscious global citizen as a sense of moral responsibility, rooted not just locally but also globally. The sense that I want to help people regardless of their nationalities. I should protect the basic human rights of people even if they come from different cultures. Should companies do the same? Are brands really green? Or are they just part of the growing worry of greenwashing? We will look into 3 notable fashion brands in Singapore to uncover the truth of business practices that claim to be green. Timberland is well known for their classic boots. In recent years, they are not only known for making a bold fashion statement, but also for their green efforts. Do you know that they recycle the usable parts of their boots to make new ones too? In 2014, 91.4% of footwear shipped contained renewable, organic, and recycled, or usually known as ROR materials, up from 83% in 2013. Their packaging materials, such as footwear boxes, use water-based ink and made from 100% recycled materials. PVC is a material that causes environmental degradation and jeopardizes human health. Timberland is committed to finding and utilizing PVC alternatives where visible in order to decrease the usage. In 2014, Timberland has successfully increased the volume of PVC-free footwear to 98.2%. Leather is also a huge component in Timberland's product. In order to ensure the best environmental practices, all their footwear leather suppliers have to undergo an environmental audit under protocols established by the Leather Working Group, or known as LWG. Production of the leather has to be a minimum of silver rated, such that only the industry standard best practices are employed. In 2014, 93% of all the tanneries that produced for Timberland achieved the silver or gold status, and Timberland plans to increase that to a full 100% in the year of 2015. Timberland is committed to use less solvent-based chemicals in the manufacturing process of their shoes. Traditional solvent-based chemicals contain and release volatile organic compounds, VOC, that can cause human and environmental health hazards. In using adhesives for their footwear, Timberland uses those with less VOC. The VOC consumption for Timberland has improved at 7.7%. It falls from 56.6 grams per pair in 2030 to 52.2 grams in 2040, with the goal of further reduction in the future. Timberland's Green Index score is also decreasing. Timberland's Green Index is a measurement to climate, resource, and chemical impacts associated with the production of their footwear from the raw material extraction to the finished products. The lower the index, the lesser the harm produced to the environment. The result has been consistent for Timberland since 2012, at 5.4 out of 10. Overall, Timberland has reduced their carbon footprint as evident from the 22% reduction in greenhouse gases emission in 2013 compared to 2012. The main reason behind this decrease is the increased usage of renewable energy for all their headquarters and distribution centers, with future plans to decrease all these even further. No doubt, Timberland is a role model for all fashion brands that aspire to be green. Have you ever wondered how do other brands fare against Timberland? Established in the year 1980, Muji is located across 330 stores worldwide and has over 7,000 products. Muji stores carry a variety of products, ranging from stationery, clothes, to home furnishings. Muji sells itself as brandless and prioritizes their products to be of good quality while being environmentally friendly. In fact, its name literally translates into no brand, to imply the concept of minimalistic living, where one does not need to be branded for a good way of life. Yet we see the irony of unbranding, which has now become part of unconventional consumer craze. Muji's products are designed to reinforce their minimalistic style while aiming to minimize the harmful environment impacts produced. In the life cycle of a typical Muji product, only materials of high quality and those which are sustainable are selected through a stringent process. Muji also uses discarded yet fully functional materials that other companies feel are aesthetically inappropriate. In the streamlining process, Muji focuses on removing manufacturing waste and production inefficiencies. Using Total Quality Management, or TQM, Muji identifies the root cause of waste, rework, and redundancy, known as variation, and hopes to eliminate this systematically through processes, technology, and training improvements. Muji packages all products with a minimum resources, using brown paper and boxes from recycled materials. As a result, the quality and precedence of each product are self-evident. What you see is exactly what you get. Also, Muji's Project Pentas 80 is an exhibition that showcases how Muji champions sustainability by designing their products 80% smaller than the original design. This event was held in Singapore in August 2012 and poses the question, what would happen if we were to use 20% less materials and energy to make our products? Through this exhibition, Muji hopes that a visitor will walk away choosing a more sustainable path for Mother Earth. This brings about a controversial point. Should companies use recyclable materials that may result in a shorter product lifespan, or continue using normal materials although it does not substantially reduce the existing carbon footprint? Muji's Project Pentas 80 was able to raise awareness among their consumers in reducing wastage where possible. However, there are certain limitations that an exhibition was not a direct solution of how Muji can be green. It only serves to increase publicity for Muji, but fails to kickstart actions on its sustainability approach. Consumers find out about the 80-20 rule on how Muji removes excessive material of the products, but it simply ends there. This is because they do not know of any other measurable steps that they can use to take to save the environment. But do you think Muji is the only green brand that is not really that green? Let's look at another fashion brand that is widely known in Singapore. H&M has received much recognition for its green effort and has been crowned as one of the top 50 green brands in the world by Fortune. H&M launched a global initiative where consumers are encouraged to bring in unwanted garments of any brands in any condition to H&M stores. These garments will then be donated, recycled, or reused. So far, H&M Singapore has collected more than 12,000 kilograms of used garments since 2013. Besides caring for the old used garments, H&M also ensures that their products are environmentally sustainable. It has released its 4th consecutive Conscious Exclusive collection, which uses sustainable materials like organic linen, hemp, and organic leather. H&M's Conscious Denim collection uses 56% less water and 58% less energy than comparable denim on average, on top of being made with sustainable materials. Recently, in 2015, H&M has launched its Close the Loop collection, featuring garments made from 20% recycled cotton from recycled clothes and 80% organic cotton. H&M is the largest organic cotton user in the world, with organic cotton making up 13.7% of its total cotton usage. Meanwhile, 7.5% of remaining cotton used are developed through the Better Cotton Initiative, where good farm practices such as using less water and chemicals, caring for the soil and natural habitat, and promoting good working conditions are enforced. H&M has set a goal towards achieving 100% sustainable use of cotton by 2020. Looking at another aspect, H&M strives to be more environmentally friendly by consistently reducing their electricity usage through reducing energy and demand in store and switching to renewable energy. As compared to 2007, H&M saw a 12% electricity use reduction per store square meter. Meanwhile, its share of renewable electricity in all stores, offices, and warehouses increased to 27% in 2014. Its goal is to achieve 100% renewable energy in all markets where feasible and renewable energy is credibly available. However, H&M has also been under the spotlight for some questionable green practices. For their collection of used garments, it is doubtful whether H&M really recycles the collected clothes, as only 0.2% of H&M's textiles are recycled. H&M also said to have sold these collected garments to third-party retailers, who resell them to developing countries. Furthermore, by giving consumers $10 H&M vouchers for every bag of garments bought, H&M is actually encouraging consumerism, as the vouchers are only valid with a minimum spending of $80. Their business model of fast fashion is inherently unsustainable and not consistent with their claim to be green, as rapidly changing trends entices consumers to constantly purchase new clothing. Apart from garment collection controversy, H&M also made headlines for their questionable use of organic cotton. There is an alleged cotton fraud where H&M knowingly passed off genetically modified cotton as organic. In addition, as 1 kilogram of cotton requires more than 20,000 liters of water to produce, the remaining 80% of their conventional cotton consumption amount to large volume of water usage. It is also a very ambitious goal for H&M to aim for total use of sustainable cotton in 2020, while it has achieved a 13% increase in the last 4 years. This goal aims for a drastic 80% increase in about the same time frame. This raises questions whether H&M is genuinely eager to improve their green practices, Or is it merely a marketing strategy whereby H&M portrays that it is seemingly very committed towards environmental sustainability in order to garner the support of green consumers? Socially, H&M is also not a sustainable business operation as they engage in sweatshop production where workers work overtime with unfair wages.
So it's 6:45 in the morning and we've come to see workers go in to start their shift, and we'll be here at the end when they come out so we can see for ourselves how long the working day is. There are workers just piling out of the factory. We know they started work at 7 o'clock this morning, even allowing for half an hour for lunch. They should have left at 3:30 this afternoon or 5:30 if they did 2 hours overtime. It is now 10:30 at night and they're streaming out.
There are more than it meets the eye when it comes to the practices that these green brands adhere to. So what can they do to better engage in green practices? Instead of merely showcasing the products, Muji could host a more educational exhibition that helps consumers understand the importance of green products. There could be a series of interactive booths in the exhibit where consumers can indicate their choices between two products that serve the same function, despite being made of different materials. One would be made using recyclable materials, while the other uses high-quality materials and can last a longer span of time. Consumers will have to indicate their choice of product before continuing on to the next exhibit. This aims to educate consumers on the different approaches of sustainability. Furthermore, after the exhibition, there can be a few hands-on activity stations. Firstly, visitors can make a pledge towards a cleaner and more sustainable environment. Secondly, they can learn how to make simple household items such as using recycled material. By doing this, it would allow the public to know that Muji is a company with serious intentions to be sustainable. As for H&M, the company should continue with its garment collection initiative without giving vouchers that can purchase any H&M products. Instead, the voucher should only allow consumers to purchase clothing from the conscious exclusive collections and the close-the-loop collection, so that the consumer can go one step further in contributing towards environmental sustainability. In conjunction with this, H&M may also want to start a campaign to increase consumers' awareness about the importance of environmentally friendly practices such as recycling of clothes. This serves to educate the consumers in being more open-minded towards supporting such practices, as well as to learn how to play their part towards environmental sustainability. Furthermore, instead of setting unrealistic goals which causes consumer cynicism, H&M should strive toward earning consumers' trust by setting more realistic goals and being more transparent about their business practices. Timberland has been putting conscientious effort in raising awareness on their green practices through their various social media platforms. However, we believe that Timberland can do better in promoting its green efforts and educating the public on sustainability through reaching out to more on their social media pages. It is indeed the responsibility of companies to play their part in environmental sustainability. That being said, as consumers, we should also bear some responsibility in finding out the truth regarding their green practices. Now that you're more informed about what state green brands are really doing, you're in better position to re-evaluate your purchasing decision. Even though these green brands have put in much effort in being more environmentally friendly, they can definitely alter and improve their practices further. While some companies walk the talk, others are just merely using green practices as a marketing ploy to attract more consumers and hence profits. So, are your green brands really telling you the truth?